Man, has it been a minute. So, I've moved across country. I've just barely got a shack set up. This is the new shack table. And I haven't posted a video for a while, so I wanted to start off with something that I think is just really cool. Some of you have seen my orange case before, and you know what's in here is going to be a true SDX QRP rig and a few extras. Electrical tape, always good for field operation. Got various wires. I've got the charger for the talent cell battery, the true SDX, a speaker, my K6 ARK end-fed half-wave antenna. I've got a little Bunnell 6B key that I can attach on top of this box. We're not going to use that today because we're going to use what's in this really special case. Let me put this out of the way for just a moment, and let's go ahead and get the rig set up. I like to use an external speaker with these rigs. It's got a built-in speaker, but you know, it's known not to be that great. It's a great emergency speaker, but if at all possible, I like to use an external with this. And then we've got our battery to radio, and I've got a wire here going to the G5RV Junior that I've got up above the new shack. Eventually we're going to change that out for a ZS6BKW because that is my favorite wire antenna, but that'll certainly do for now. All right, okay, we're on 14. I think that tuner's set for 14. Oh yeah, that looks real good, SWR. All right, let's get out our guest star here. So this is really cool. When I go out on activations, I always bring a straight key with me. And I love straight keys. I could activate on a straight key all day long. But finally, I'm going to be able to do something that I've tried many times and it's never really been great. We have our very own miniature bug. How cool is that? This is a KA6 IRL QRP J-36. Mine is serial number 69, and it is a miniature J-36 bug. It's fully functional. It's pretty zippy, and it likes to walk around the desk because it's not super heavy, but that is a really good key. Let's go ahead and get the box out of the way. And let's play with this a little bit. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and put this in practice mode so we can just get it ready to go. There it is. Okay, so that's now putting out nothing. So I'm going to hold this down because it likes to walk around a little bit. It's pretty heavy, but I've got my DAWs. No dits. All right, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, let's get a little better camera angle on this. So I've got everything pretty much dialed in right where I want it. Let's go ahead and take this alligator clip off and show you everything just how it is here. Again, that's a QRP J-36 by KA6 IRL. Mine is serial number 69. I don't know how many of these were made, but pretty cool to have such a low serial number. I don't think there was that many of them. I have not made a pendulum extension for this, and you all know that I like my pendulum extenders. I like to be able to slow down to a nice, comfortable, 15, 18, 20 words a minute. And I found that this alligator clip actually works really well for that. So we'll just clip it right on there. And we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and take this out of practice mode. Just by turning up the TX drive setting. And we're ready to go. So overall impressions of this bug, it is a pretty good bug. My compliments to the maker. This one here looks like it's got a little bit of use before it came into my collection, but I've got it dialed in. I've got it working pretty well. The one thing I will say, it's super light. If I try to use it without holding it down, it walks all over the desk. I can't even barely get a single character out. But, as soon as I hold it down, works great. I can get good code right out of this bug. It's really, really zippy without the pendulum extension on there. That's as slow as it goes. So that's cool. Bugs were designed to go fast, but I like chilling, down in the teen words per minute. So pendulum extender for me is a must. Anyway, I would definitely use this bug all the time. Definitely going to be taking it with me when I travel. Everything I've got here fits in the one orange Pelican case, which I can very easily take with me in a backpack, and airport security usually doesn't give me a hard time about anything. One time they did ask me what the stuff was. They said, "Hey, there's nothing wrong here, but what is the stuff?" And I explained it to them. It's for ham radio, and I do Morse code. And they said, "People still do that?" And I said, "Yes, and it's fantastic. Everybody should do it." Anyway, love to hear what you all think of this miniature bug. Hope to be showing that off more and more as we go out in the field. And until next time,